Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Adam, and welcome to my Batman Essential Reading Order. So, pretty much, this is going to be your Batman 101 on how to get started. Let's begin. So, if you're going to start reading Batman, without a doubt, Batman Year One by Frank Miller. This is pretty much the essential Batman read. It basically, without spoilers, because I'm not going to say any spoilers throughout this video, this will pretty much tell you everything you need to know about Batman. This is pretty much his first year. As it's titled, Year One. It's pretty much Batman's first outing in the streets. Pretty much talks about what he does, who he is, who the character is. There's no other explanation. Batman Year One. That's where you're going to start. Next, we have Batman The Long Halloween. Believe it or not, this is actually what inspired the Christopher Nolan movies. As you see, Christopher Nolan took heavy inspiration from Batman The Long Halloween. So if you really like those movies, you're really going to like this one. This one sees Batman taking on a serial killer known as the Holiday Killer, who kills during holidays. It's got a lot of suspense, a lot of mystery, kind of little Silence of the Lambs kind of feel. Batman tracks down this mysterious serial killer. It's got a lot of action. It also introduces a lot of the main villains that you're going to be seeing. Really good choice. Now, The Long Halloween had a sequel called Dark Victory, which was very underrated. Essentially, this is the direct sequel, and it's where Batman, it's a good way to get introduced to Robin. It's got a dedicated ending because, this way it ends on a cliffhanger. That's what I always say. You gotta read Dark Victory. Next, we have Batman the Killing Joke. Now, I don't own a copy of The Killing Joke, but I'll post a picture up on the screen. The Killing Joke is a very personal story. Essentially, it's kind of the origin of the Joker, but here's the thing. It's a really short story, and honestly, you could just read it online. That's what I did. I read it online. I'll probably buy it in the future for my collection, but that's all I have to say. I feel like with this one, you could read it online or you can buy it, but other than that, Killing Joke is an excellent choice. Ooh, Batman Death of the Family, or Death in the Family. Back in the day, in 1988, they had this contest to see should Robin die or live? Well, I'm not going to let you know what happens, but you'll find out. Now, this book actually contains two books. It's actually Batman, A Death in the Family, and A Lonely Place of Dying, which is another story where Batman gets introduced to Tim Drake, who's the third Robin. So you actually get two stories at once. So this is a good way to get introduced to Jason Todd, who's the second Robin, and Tim Drake, who's the third Robin. So keep that in mind. Next, we have, we're going to go a little modern, Batman Hush. Now, this is another mystery story. This mysterious person starts stalking Batman. It almost seems like he knows everything about him. That's all I'm going to say. Batman Hush has got a lot of mystery. It's got Catwoman in it. It's got a lot of villains appear and a very intricate plot. I won't say anything more, but Batman Hush. Now, this is actually my first Batman read, and I love this one. Batman, The Court of Owls. Let's say that Batman, he thinks he knows everything about the city. He's their Dark Knight, he's their Caped Crusader, he's their Dark Defender. But what if he doesn't know everything about the city? What if there's some secret organization called the Court of Owls that have been behind the shadows and he's had no idea since? Well, essentially, it's a huge mystery, and I want you to explore it, so I'll stop talking. Next, we have Batman The Dark Knight Returns. So, this is Frank Miller's epic. It's the one that put him on the map. Essentially, it's an alternative version of an older Batman who's been retired. He's given up. He lives out in the streets in his mansion, sulking, alone. Crime is run rapid. Essentially, it's the story of the Dark Knight returns. The Dark Knight comes out of the shadows and takes Gotham back. Just a little recap. Batman Year One. This is going to introduce you to Batman. That's all you need to know. Batman The Long Halloween. This is Batman's Year Two. This is going to introduce him to everybody. You're going to get introduced to all the cool villains that you're going to be seeing throughout the series. Batman Long Halloween. Dark Victory, sequel to Long Halloween. This is going to introduce you to Dick Grayson, also known as the first Robin. So, really good start. Next, we have Killing Joke. This is going to introduce you to the Joker. Who is the Joker? It's not the first time you see the Joker, but it's going to introduce you to one of the Joker's most greatest, most personal tales ever. Next, we have Death in the Family. This is going to introduce you to Jason Todd, who's the second Robin. Also, it's going to introduce you to Tim Drake, who is the third Robin. Next, we have Batman Hush, really explores Bruce Wayne's past. It's a very good mystery, definitely worth checking out. Next, we have Court of Owls, a very good modern take on Batman. A really cool villain, a very good premise, really good mystery. Next, we have The Dark Knight Returns. This is basically going to show you Batman at his best moments. This is Batman. This is the older Batman, the more experienced, the more badass Batman that's ever lived. This is Dark Knight Returns. And there you have it. That is pretty much my Batman reading list. Well, I hope you enjoyed, and, well, thanks for watching.